Hi everyone, so welcome to today's video. As you can see, I'm with these four guys in my house, so shout out to these guys. I'm gonna be farming South Gates, as you know, Elite South Gates with my party, and I'm gonna be talking about some of the things you should be doing before, in my opinion, what you should be doing before you give up on Arcane Legends. So 10 reasons. They go from the 10th, so I'll say the 10th reason, then the 9th, and the 7th, and all the way to the number one thing you should do in Arcane Legend before you decide to quit the game, or when you say there's nothing to do or I'm bored. So this is kind of a checklist of some of the things you could do before you take your leave from the game. So without any spending any more time on this, I'm gonna give my number 10th reason, number 10 thing you should do in Arcane Legend before leaving the game, and that is reaching the max level on your preferred class. So my preferred class is a rogue, of course, and then warriors because it's really tough, and then mages. That doesn't mean I don't like mages, it just means I think the gameplay for mages is too easy. So once most of you will be level 71, I'm aware, and have already played, but that's kind of the reason why it's the 10th. The next thing you should do before you decide to end or call it a day is having at least one pet of all rarities. So that means you own at least one arcane pet, like open the pet, not just slotted it on another egg. So I think the reason for that is because it's pretty good to have at least a few type of eggs. The only one I currently don't have is an Arcanite egg, but other than that, I pretty much have one pet of all rarity. Of course, I think for mythic, legendary, epic, and rare, there is no reason not to own pretty much all of them, but Arcane can get a bit pricey, so I recommend at least getting a few before you can say goodbye to Arcane Legend. And it just achievement rather than something that's super crucial. Coming onto the list, we have is that you should have at least 500 people in your friend list who are level 71, or at the moment of this time. If you're higher on the level, you should have at least 500 friends that are at the max level at the time of watching this video. As you can see, I have almost 2,900. Not all of them are max level, but a majority of them are. So the reason I say this is because the more friends you have, the easier the game is. You'll find they will be doing things that they invite you to, for example, doing APS run, doing PvP, and all that kind of stuff. At the moment, PvP is not very good, so I decided to exclude that for now, but that is something you can also do. Then I have the 6th, I'm not sure what number I am, but the 6th one, I would say, helping a new player get to max level. Now this is gonna be extremely tough because you don't know if the new player will stick to the game or how long they're gonna stay. And I think if you manage to help at least one player getting to the max level, that is truly remarkable, because that means you have actually made a difference on someone else's life in Arcane Legend. Of course, I have done this to many people, not just one person, and it's just a really good feeling when you level up with someone, whether starting a new character or playing your existing character and helping someone else. I just find this something that you could do because it's exciting to teach others how to play a game that you have a lot of knowledge on. The next I have on the list is doing the Glintstone quest, as well as the Hero of Legend quest. So there's two side quests. As you can see, you can get the title Hero of Legend. If you don't know how to do this, my first video, my second video ever on Arcane Legend, I started making this. When I made this video 1 year ago, you should do the Legend of Hero quest. That's not what it's called, by the way. That's just the title you get for completing the quest. And you basically have to do a series of quests to get that title. And the reason I say this because it requires you to spend some money and some time, and it's actually enjoyable to do that quest. The next is, of course, doing the Glintstone quest. As you can see, you unlock the mythic Glintstone quest, and you also get a really nice aura, as you can see on the ground. That's for rogue. You will have a different one depending on your class. Yeah, so that is a quest that's nice to do. You can stay AFK in town and put that on, and usually new people are really impressed by that. So that is something to do. I think you should do at least for warriors and mages, because warriors and rogues, because they get a much better aura than the mages do. But the mages have Kershaw, so they can't really complain. The fourth, okay, so the fifth thing, I think I messed up a number, but the fifth thing is having 30k achievement points. The reason I say this is because you actually don't have a lot of experience or truly understand all of the things in the game unless you have at least 30k achievement points. That basically shows you have actually put in time and effort into the game. At the moment, if we look into my achievement, I only have 27,200, which means there's still stuff like PvP and elite maps that I don't have enough experience on. Unfortunately, I didn't get that gold with my gold set, so I'm not helping myself here by making a video and talking to you guys at the same time. But it doesn't matter. So I think 30k APS achievement points is something really impressive, and if you can do that, then that's pretty awesome. If you have below 20k, then that's really bad, and you actually haven't truly gotten everything Arcane Legend has to offer. The next thing I have on list is running the leaderboard. The reason I think it's important to run for the leaderboard is because you don't only get recognized for the effort and time and the money you put in, you actually get rewarded for the things you do in game, and it indicates to other players that you have actually done something and taken the time, and you'll be respected by other members of the community. As you can see, I have the Nahesh Glory banner that's from 1 or 2 years ago, maybe 1 or 2 years ago, from the time of making this video. And I've spent like, I think 70 million running that event to get that banner. It's a lot of gold and it's a lot of time investment, but I truly felt that that time was really fun. So that is something to do. Alternatively, you can also run to do the timed run here. If you go timed, you can see there are people that did the timed run. That is quite an achievement, of course. I have done that myself last year. So if you have a lot of money, have a lot of gold, I think you should be running for timed the leaderboard, or just having a lot of achievement points. You can also get into the leaderboard by having a lot of achievement points as well. So that is definitely something to try out and see how you go. I should have changed my set. As you can see, I'm extremely slow, and that's because I'm not using my Venom set. I'll quickly switch. Yeah, so definitely work toward going some sort of LB, whether leaderboard, whether it's the event one being the easiest, and the second easiest. It's a very fun line, and I'm not really sure. I can't compare. I think time runs are difficult. They take a lot of time and money, but in terms of going into the leaderboard for achievement points, that's actually really difficult as well, because you have to spend so much time into getting that far ahead. The next one I have, and this is something you probably will have, especially if you got to that much achievement points, and this is basically owning 100 million, so pure gold. So this doesn't exclude all the pets, all the gears you have, just pure 100 million gold. I think this is a lot of gold, and well, like extremely impressive amount of gold. And if you manage to farm that, not by merging, you have to actually farm it, because that shows you have actually earned that amount of gold. So if you farm, well, merging, you earn it too, but if you purely farmed it, that truly impresses me, because I have done that, and it's a lot of time and effort and dedication. So that shows true farming characters. Personally think SDA should give out titles and achievements for reaching 100 mil just through farming, if they keep track of how much gold you dropped in. So that is something that would be pretty cool, I reckon. So farming to 100 mil, and yeah, last thing, and this was a really tough to decide, and did take me a long time to come up with. And this is basically, there is two things you could do to really maximize your time in Arcane Legend, and that is either start a guild with the intention of getting to top 5 in the leaderboard. So when you go check the leaderboard, you have made it to the top 5 guild in Arcane Legend, or you start a YouTube channel and help the new players, because if you have done all of the things below this list, I assume you have enough knowledge to teach other people how to play Arcane Legend, share your knowledge and experience. The reason I say this too is because I personally have done a majority of the things in this list, and the only thing I haven't done, to be honest, is getting to 30k APS, and that's simply because I just don't have the patience, especially because it's so easy to farm kills and bosses at the lower level, that I just don't find it interesting enough to do, not because I can't do it. And instead of I did make a guild, and we would have gotten pretty high too at the rate we are going, but due to stuff in real life, I had to give up on the dream. Maybe someday I'll start again, but instead of doing that, I decided to start a YouTube channel. And because of that, and this happened last year when I felt like I had to quit because I've done everything. And in the end, I made this list to do everything, and last was starting a YouTube channel or getting to top 5 in LB with starting a new guild. And I decided to start a YouTube channel and helping everyone instead. And because of that reason, I am still playing Arcane Legend, starting the YouTube channel, and still having the same amount of fun because I've interacted with it. It's just one thing that leads to so many different options, like meeting new people in Arcane Legend, talking to them, helping other people, finding new ways to help other people and merch and take part in events, share information, thoughts. There are just so many things that people don't have. And starting a YouTube channel is a really easy thing to do. If you guys want, I can make a video on it so you guys can do this yourself. I end this video saying thank you so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next one, and hope this gave you some ideas and some things you can do in Arcane Legend before calling it a day. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to follow me on Insta and message me any questions you may have. Bye.